All right, guys, I've got a article slash company I want to look at during this video. It's called Doximity. It's a healthcare company, and I want to bring it up because it exemplifies a concept that I call a moat, right? I like investing in companies that have moats. I like it when a company is built up and they've got such good fundamentals that there's just no way another company can come in and demolish them, right? Unlike a casino where anybody can build a casino. Yeah, it takes effort to build one, right? But in Vegas, there's 100 casinos. Um, this business does not have that same issue. They've got a lot of things on their side. And the healthcare industry is a very lucrative industry, but it's also one where there's a lot of legal issues. There's a lot of the FDA, the government, etc. So they have a natural moat behind them. And then they also have this moat that they've developed. So this company is a sort of like a LinkedIn for doctors. They've just IPO'd today. That's why we're talking about it. It's called Doximity. So let's jump right in. I'm gonna go through this article with you guys and explain to you what I think while I'm reading this, and what you should look for when you're researching a company. So right off the bat, Doximity more than doubles in the New York Stock Exchange debut, giving health tech company $9.4 billion market cap. Pretty good market cap for a company of their size. I'll also say this, personally, I try not to invest right at IPOs. You just never know which direction it goes. I've seen too many where it IPOs and then the stock goes up and falls in 2 days, or the stock crashes right off the bat and goes up. So it's really a hard time. It's hard to identify where that stock is going to go until it starts to really start to level out and sustain itself, or sustain a 10 to 15% up or down range. So let's get right off the bat. Doximity's revenue climbed 77% in the latest fiscal year to 206.9 million. That's net income jumped 69%. That's huge. Now I will say this: what makes them different is they don't really have to spend a lot of money on advertising because they already have 80% of their core market. Okay, their core market is doctors and physicians. Okay, they have 80% of them in the United States on their platform right now. So that means that they've now got their audience. They're able to sell to that audience. So how do they make money right now? Well, the company makes money by I know people are not going to like this, but by allowing drug makers to promote products and services on their platform, and also for recruiting efforts. Okay, and look, companies have to make money, and there is a reason that drug companies or medical device companies should advertise their products to physicians, and that's to show the benefits of using them, studies, etc. Now, Doximity sold 19 million shares at $26 a piece, and you're going to see in a second just how much that popped to. In fact, it closed at $53. So that's almost doubling their stock price. Now, they have rapidly grown, and that's because I think they really hit what they needed to hit with the services that they offer. And when we go look at their website, you're going to see that they really focused on their core user and what they would need to be successful. So they have 80% of physicians. That's huge. They've jumped 77% in the latest fiscal year. Operating costs are lower than most venture-backed software companies because they spend virtually no money on advertising. Now, the other thing that's interesting is that they're introducing features. They're here what I call growing the onion. The onion starts out, you have your core feature. They're growing a layer of services on that onion to bring more revenue in and make that onion bigger. And that's what they're doing this. So they introduced telehealth services. They've had that since apparently 2016, that the doctors can call patients on their work number on a mobile phone. Okay, that's great. That's a dialer. But now they do video, and that was in May 2020, which of course was great for what was occurring in 2020 and 2021. Now, the video service is free through January 2021, which is great because that means that they've got all these people that needed something immediately, but it didn't cost them anything. So they got that audience involved on the platform using it, and now they can start charging for it. So they've got subscription agreements with 150 hospitals. They're doing really good. Now, he says that even though they have 80% of physicians, they have at least a decade of, and I quote, what we consider high growth. Now, here's the thing, right? It's not going to be high growth in members joining the platform and, seeing Facebook, user numbers, another billion. No, you're not going to see that. What I believe he's talking about is the revenue and the services that he can bring into that network and really start to capitalize on and grow. There's a lot of stuff you can do when you have a captive audience. That audience loves this platform, and they're going to use the services that they create. So they're seeing telehealth as, and I quote, a green field. That's great. We haven't been aggressive on pricing yet. So you can see that they're putting their toe in, they're seeing what'll work, and then once they identify that and they start proving out their technology, I got a feeling you're going to see this company grow like crazy. The founders of this have experience in it. It's great. So let's look at, and actually, you know what? I'll read this part because I think this is really interesting. He held back shares to allow physicians on the platform to buy those shares. That's awesome. Saving some for your user base, the people that made you who you are. Now, here is Doximity. This is their website. Go take a look at it. Any company you invest in, you should understand their product, their services, their customers, and how they make money. If you don't know how the money aspect, don't invest in them. If you don't know what services they offer, don't invest in them. You don't know who their customers are, don't invest in them. You haven't looked at their website, don't invest in them. Okay? You need to do all this. So this is what their platform is. Let me go to the homepage first. Medical, they're for clinicians. They're mobile first, etc. They're showing all of it. The cool part is the app. They've got the video calls, the voice calls. This is the part that doctors like. They can find experts. They can find the people that really can provide their patients with the best level of care. CME, that's where they can read news. And fax on the go is what I really think is pretty cool. So you don't need a fax machine. You take a picture of it, etc. It's all HIPAA compliant. Listen to this review. And this is why I think this company is going someplace. I transferred a patient to another hospital several years ago. Was able to quickly fax and send patient info via the Doximity app to my former medical school classmate who was working at the other hospital. It was smooth. And it saved time than having to traditionally fax medical records and information. Every little bit of time helps. That's what this is doing. They've gotten the physicians on the platform. They've built out the services to keep them using it. And now they're going to start adding those revenue growers on top of it. Great concept. Now let's look at the stock price really fast, and then we'll wrap this video up. They started out at that $26. They hit the open market. They shot up. They're still shooting up. At the end of the day, they hit $53.80. Aftermarket, $53. Aftermarket, they're a little down, but that's to be expected. Look, I like them, guys. I think you guys would like them as well, but do your own research, and remember, money isn't hard. My name's Corey, and look, I just found this company to be interesting. And if you have any comments or questions, throw them in the box below. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys. Remember, money isn't hard. Hit that like button and subscribe.